The Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa is expected to announce their new alliance with the Abantu Batho Congress. Over the past year, there's been a rise in attacks on traditional leaders in KwaZulu-Natal, which is said to be among the reasons for that move. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is following that story. She joins us now ahead of that briefing, which is taking place later on today. Karinda, what would such an alliance mean?
Indeed, well, it's a significant development that is being announced today. This as the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa in a few moments actually will start their briefing. Now, KwaZulu-Natal is a largely rural province. We have vast rural areas, and many of these areas still remain under the authority of traditional leaders. As a result, over the past years, especially prior to 2004, many traditional leaders showed their support or their open alignment to the IFP at that time, and then post-2004, the ANC here in KwaZulu-Natal. But now that we see the Abantu Batho Congress coming up now as sort of a third force here in KwaZulu-Natal, remember its leader is the newly elected Deputy Mayor of eThekwini. We see that the traditional leaders are now shifting their support to the ABC, quite a significant development, the results of which, or the impact of which, we'll only see after the next national election in terms of how traditional leaders are offering their support, essentially their votership, to various political parties, and of course then influencing those who follow their authority or who are aligned with their authority to those significant parties. In this case, the Abantu Batho Congress, that is now has seats within the eThekwini Metro Council, which is the only metro municipality in KwaZulu-Natal. So now sort of a shift in politics here. Another aspect that you mentioned is that there has been an increase of killings of traditional leaders over the past years. In fact, there was a task team that was formed to investigate these killings and murders of traditional leaders. But despite this, we are still seeing attacks on traditional leaders, especially in areas, vastly rural areas where there's not proper security or police stations to attend to this crisis. Traditional leaders have been in an uproar over what's been happening, and some leaders are here today preparing for the press conference that will start shortly. But they have essentially called for further investigations into what is actually happening when we are seeing a rise of these murders. What is also important to note is that the motto for CONTRALESA, the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa, is the key to rural development, meaning that also along with this sort of open alliance is talks about how the party could help them develop the rural areas where we see a strong base of traditional leadership. So all of those discussions will be happening today, but most importantly, how this new alliance will probably boost the supporter base of the Abantu Batho Congress, and then what it will mean for the party itself. Quite a significant development here in KwaZulu-Natal, which is still strongly led by traditional leaders in many rural areas of our province.
Yeah, with far-reaching implications politically, Karinda, according to what you're saying. So as you said, it's going to start in just a few moments' time. We'll leave it there for now. Karinda Jagmohan is live to us in Durban.